Well, welcome back to Great Day Washington. A good night's sleep is important for so many different reasons, but heavy snoring can affect both you and your partner. In many cases, snoring is caused by a condition called sleep apnea.
And it can be far more dangerous to your health than you think. Here to share more about that and to tell us about a new solution is registered respiratory therapist and registered sleep technician, Barber Glynn. Welcome, Barber. And I want to say this before we get started. I actually have been a spokesperson for this for quite a bit of time, dating back in 2004 when Reggie White, many people had brought it to the national scene, this whole issue. But how big of a deal is it today? Because it wasn't the biggest deal back then.
It's a really big deal, and people are finally starting to understand what their symptoms are, because sometimes it's just being tired during the day, having morning headaches. They think that they have high blood pressure or they've had strokes because it's a heart issue, which it can be, but a lot of times sleep apnea can cause those things, and it can be underlying. So if you're getting that treated, you can get those symptoms under control.
I remember growing up, my father used to snore, and we used to joke that there was a grizzly bear sleeping in the house. It would just rock the entire house. And now my father-in-law, he snores, but it's because of sleep apnea, and he got a CPAP machine, which he doesn't like to wear because he says it's cumbersome.
Exactly.
Tell us about some of the options.
That's exactly why Provent was developed, because there's a lot of people who have been diagnosed with sleep apnea, and they know that CPAP is the therapy, so they don't follow through with it, or some people don't even go for their sleep study because they don't want to have the CPAP. Once they do get the CPAP, people give it their best bet. You know, they try their best, they have the best intentions, but they can't tolerate it. So they end up just putting it in the closet and not using anything. So the Provent kind of fills that gap so that people aren't being left untreated.
So with Provent, I mean, who are the candidates? Is everyone a candidate?
I mean, if people have been diagnosed with sleep apnea and they can't tolerate their CPAP, this is definitely for them. But even people who do like their CPAP, and there are people who love it and swear by it, if they travel for work or if they go on vacation, you don't want to pack this big bulky CPAP. It's, by the time you get everything in the bag, it's like the size of a laptop. So you can take a week's worth of Provent and stick it in your pocket.
Right. Well, for people like my father-in-law out there who they have something in the closet they're not using, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you need to put this on. What if you stop breathing in the middle of the night? How do they get Provent?
So our website, sleepwellrested.com, you can go there and download a prescription. It's FDA approved, so it does require a prescription from a physician. And if doctors aren't familiar with it, because it is a new product, we also have research on our website. It's been compared side by side with CPAP.
So you definitely have to go to your doctor, and if he's not familiar with it, you got to let him know, hey doc, here's something that I think can help me.
Yep, and the doctors can go right to the website and see all the research themselves, the clinical data.
And you mentioned Reggie White at the top of this. I don't know anything about that. For our viewers, too, who don't know, can you just give us a little boiler?
So Reggie White, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and in 2004, to America's surprise, he died, and I've even researched it. It was definitely something related to sleep apnea and sleep, deficiency. And so that's why I said that. That was over 13 years ago, and it wasn't known as much. But
I started doing sleep in '97, and people would ask me what I did for a living, and I would say I'm a sleep technician, and they would go, well, do you monitor people's dreams? What is that, And then when Reggie White passed away, and it was national news, they attributed it to sleep apnea. And all of a sudden, everybody started going, oh, maybe I have this, and coming in for sleep studies.
I've got family members now today. It's serious business.
Yeah, well, hopefully these people get help. Thank you so much for the information. Once again, tell us where to go for more information.
www.sleepwellrested.com.
All right. Thanks, Darrell, for bringing this to our attention. And thank you, Barbara.